Looks like I hit the jackpot. Welcome back, Amiibros, to a brand spanking new Let's Play. I'm your host, Vince, and today I'll be donning the red jacket as I step into the world of Devil May Cry.
Let's rock, baby.
Starring Dante. And his sidekick Trish, but no one really cares about her. I'm kidding. Now, before we head into the game itself, let's head to options real quick. Make sure subtitles are on because the sound mixing in this game is rather shit. Controller setup is set to type A because you can't customize your button layouts, unfortunately. Character change pretty much determines what Dante will be wearing for the whole game. You choose Dante, he dons the red coat. You choose Legendary Dark Knight, he'll be dressed as Sparta. Difficulty, normal is the most bearable. Hard mode changes up enemy encounters. Dante Must Die is exactly what it sounds like. It is the hardest difficulty in the game. I'll be showing that off later. But for right now, let's stinger our way straight into this.
2 millenniums ago, there was a war between the human world and the other, the underworld. But somebody from the underworld woke up to justice and stood up against this legion alone. His name was Sparta. Later, he quietly reigned the human world and continued to preserve harmony until his death. He became a legend, the legendary Dark Knight, Sparta.
Devil May Cry. Sorry, we closed at 9. Again, no password. I can't seem to get any real business.
Whoa, slow down, babe.
Well, what do we have here? Nature calls? It's in the back.
So, you must be the handyman who'll take any dirty job. Am I correct?
Almost. I only take special jobs, if you know what I mean.
You're the man who lost a mother and a brother to evil 20 years ago. The son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta, Mr. Dante.
Well, the way I figure it, in this business a lot of your kind comes around. And if I kill each one that comes, eventually I should hit the jackpot sooner or later.
In that case, you should be used to this sort of thing.
Are you really the son of the legendary Dark Knight Sparta? Didn't your daddy teach you how to use a sword?
Sword. Time to go to work, guys. Even as a child, I had powers. There's demonic blood in me.
What strength?
You were the first one to know about my vengeance. Looks like I'm getting closer.
It seems that way, but I'm not your enemy.
Just stabbed you through the heart,
name is
electrocuted
Trish.
you, and tried to
I came
throw a
here to seek your
motorcycle at
help.
you, but I swear to God, I'm not
Put
your
an end
enemy.
to the underworld.
Promise.
What?
"20 years ago, Mundus, the Emperor of the Underworld, resurrected.
Mundus.
Yes. His powers were sealed by Sparta. He's attempting to gain control of the human world once again. He has been preparing to open the gate on Malay Island. The castle is above this cliff. Come on, let's go!
And because we lack the ability to jump that high, our game just got extended by 5 hours. A long way it is. Little sightseeing never hurt anybody. Plus we might find some interesting stuff along the way. Such as a yellow orb. Yellow orbs act as your continues. Should you bite the bullet in a mission, you use a yellow orb and you restart at the previous checkpoint. However, if you die and you have no yellow orbs, you have to restart the whole mission all over again. Blue orb fragments. You collect 4 of these, you assemble a blue orb, which increases your maximum health. Think heart pieces assembling into a heart container from The Legend of Zelda. Every time you start up a new game as Dante, Dante will always have Force Edge, a memento of his late father Sparta, and 2 custom-made pistols, Ebony and Ivory. They do shit damage, but are excellent combo extenders. I'll be getting into that momentarily. But for right now, let's head into the castle of Malay Island and begin Mission 1. Mission 1. Curse of the Bloody Puppets. Break the evil spell and open the cursed door. Sounds pretty simple. And so, our journey to Mundus officially begins. By wrapping around this corner, we collect our first red orb. Red orbs act as currency that we can spend at God of Time statues. We spend red orbs on weapon upgrades, health upgrades, and upgrades to our DT gauge. I'll be going over what the DT gauge is next part, but for right now, just know that in order to buy stuff, you need red orbs. While Dante attempts to get on this platform, now's the best time to talk about the controls. You control Dante utilizing the left control stick. You jump pressing B, or A, or X in this case, if you're playing the Xbox version or PlayStation version. You attack with your sword by pressing Y, and in order to shoot your guns, you press and hold down the R button, and either press A or Y if you're playing the Switch version, and that's how you shoot your guns. That's if you're not jumping. If you're jumping, you just have to press A or Y, and Dante will automatically shoot. The Switch version is the version I am playing for this playthrough, as that is the version I own, because I do not own a PlayStation 2 or an Xbox 360 anymore, so I can't play the HD collections or the base version of this game. And the Switch version is fine. I mean, it adds a few bells and whistles. By that I mean full subtitles. Mostly. Because like I said at the beginning, the sound mixing in this game is rather shit, so it would be nice to know what the characters are saying during cutscenes, But that's all the basic stuff. I'll go more in depth with Dante's controls throughout this playthrough, because, oh boy, I've got a lot to say about Dante's control in this game. Oh boy. But let's continue on with collecting red orbs. We need to collect 45 red orbs in order to break the red seal on the door. Red seals on doors mean that they require a certain amount of red orbs in order to proceed to the next area. The prices are never too steep in my opinion, because you should always have more than enough to proceed. This area, for example, there are exactly 45 red orbs, so with a little exploring, you should find all the orbs in this area no problem. Gray seals on doors, on the other hand, mean that there are enemies within the level, and you need to kill them in order to advance. By spending 45 red orbs, we are flat broke, again, but we are one step closer to Mundus. You hear that, Mundus? I'm coming for you. They say, mo money, mo problems, but I don't know. Money solved that problem real quick. I mean, not that problem, because now you got broken table, splinters everywhere. It's bad. Not so bad, because we just got 15 red orbs out of the whole deal. Woo! Well, let's climb up these stairs, and there's some puppets around here. Very weird. Whatever. Who has time to focus on that when I got money? Ooh, shiny. Wonder what it is. Oh, it's a rusty key. What am I gonna do with that? Open up doors? Like a simpleton? I'm out of here. Hey man, that's my key. Give it back.
Yeah, give it back, man. It's his key.
Took away some of their menace, but fuck it, I'm rolling with it. Meet our first enemies, the Marionettes and the Bloody Marys. Bloody Marys are usually signified by a red color, but both behave very similar to one another. They'll hang from the ceiling and drop to the floor once you encounter them. The equipment, or the weapons, for the Bloody Marys and Marionettes are random, but consist of daggers, crescent blades, and believe it or not, a shotgun. Their attacks are telegraphed and easy to avoid, but they also have a stun attack where they let out a spherical shriek that will stun and hold you in place. They're basic low-form demons that can easily be dealt with, so don't worry about being overwhelmed by their large numbers. But now is the best time to go into the Force Edge. So as I mentioned before, the Force Edge is a memento of Dante's late father, Sparta. It is his starting weapon, and while it is equipped, you can't use Devil Trigger. So, that sucks. It is also the weakest of Dante's weapons and utilizes basic combos that other swords in the game use and then some. However, considering this is the beginning of the game, it's not too terrible. Plus, it's a great way for you to practice the basic sword combos, as Force Edge's combos consist of a quick 3-hit combo where you press Y in rapid succession, a 4-part combo where you press Y twice, brief pause, and then you press Y twice again, a stab combo where you press Y twice, pause, and then you press Y a third time repeatedly after said pause. It also has a move called Helmbreaker, where while you're in mid-air, you press Y, Dante will slash down on an enemy and deal significant damage. It also has a move called High Time, where you lock onto an enemy, you, while holding down on the left control stick, you press Y, you send the enemy straight up into the air, starting your combo. Like I said, Force Edge is the weakest of all Dante's swords, but it's great for practicing the basic combos, because Devil May Cry, being the first of the character action game, because remember, this game was released in August of 2001, and Devil May Cry, for the time it was released, was very unique. You know, there weren't many games, if at all, that had this style of gameplay before. So, Devil May Cry is a largely skill-based game. So, you want to get proficient with Force Edge as soon as possible. Luckily, enemies respawn should you leave an area. So, you can always practice up on enemy patterns and your skills while using Force Edge, because you are going to be stuck with a sword for most of the game. That being said, though, the better you do in combat, the better your ranking is. As you see on the top screen, your rank can go from dull to cool to bravo to absolute, or awesome if you're playing this game in Europe, to finally stylish. The better you do when it comes to your combat ranking, the more orbs you'll receive. Not only that, but the better you do, say like your health is very low, and the better you do, the more green orbs you'll receive too. Green orbs restore your health, as you saw before, so it's imperative that you get good at the game as soon as possible, because some of the enemies in this game, oh boy, they are a bitch to deal with, mainly because of Dante's limited control and them having better mobility. But like I said, I'll get into more of Dante's control later. For right now, let's kick some ass and take names. Stab, 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 stab! Bravo. That was kind of dull. That's also dull. Another thing about the Bloody Marys, though, is that unlike the Marionettes, the Bloody Marys are slightly intelligent in the fact that they can block. So you want to be mindful of that, because they block, Dante will be stunned for a minute, giving other marionettes a chance to attack you. Well, with that, the gray seal on the door is broken, and we can now leave this area. And with that, we have completed Mission 1. In 7 minutes, no less. And at the end of every mission, you are ranked based on your clear time and the amount of red orbs you've collected. I'll go more in depth with the ranking system next part, as our journey to Mundus has only just begun. See you guys next time for Mission 2 of Devil May Cry.